Hello, good morning, everyone. My name is Cheryl, and I am with Joy Lee Studios. We're in the Joy Lee Studios, and I'm with Coach Noy. So, welcome, Coach. How are you today?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you for having me.
we had a lot of fun setting up in the gym because, you were busy training this morning, and so we ran out of time a little bit.
Yeah, you gave me another workout. So, thank you for that. We're already sharing the joy.
Very cool. So you and I met on Instagram, and I came and worked out with you, and we have Lone Mountain in common, which is right out my window here, and it's absolutely a gorgeous day, lots of sunshine. So my first question to you is, I didn't practice this one with you, but I just want to know in general, from your perspective, what's happening out in the world? Like, if you could say, is the sadness and the sort of the uncertainty in the world, is it drawing people together, would you say?
I would definitely agree with that because I thought you were going to leave it on the sadness aspect. And honestly, and I want to say this, and I don't want to sound insensitive because there is a lot of negative things going on. There's a lot of people losing their lives, and there's a lot of family stuff and broken homes and stuff like that. But what I'm seeing right now, I'm seeing families walking together. I'm seeing children playing outside. I'm seeing older people walking outside like I've never seen before. So to me, I see that. And yes, I want this, to be over and I want people to go back to normal. But I miss this. This is what I grew up with. And there's a little part of me that smiles every time I see it.
Absolutely. That's awesome. All right, so we're going to jump into our questions today. So my first question is, in general, joy is defined by a lot of people. I've been reading this book. It's the New York Times bestseller, The Book of Joy, and it's with the Dalai Lama and Desmond Tutu, and it's a very complicated topic. So joy could be a characteristic just that you wake up with and you go to sleep with. Some people have that. It could be connection. It could be deep-rooted in your faith. What's joy for you, Coach Noy?
Joy for me is every time I wake up and I wake up. There's two things that I was taught. If you're healthy and you're free, you should be happy. And from the end until, I don't know, until whenever, from the first time that I've heard it, it sunk in, it hasn't left. So joy for me is being healthy and happy. Every single morning I wake up healthy, I wake up free. I'm happy. There's nothing else for me to do.
That's beautiful. So I don't know a lot about you, but I would love it if you just tell me a little bit about your background and kind of what is your joy? Like, what is it that you're working on now? And did some of that lead to today?
Being, my father is a former lightweight champ of the world. His name is Livingstone Bramble. And I've traveled the world with him. I've lived in the Virgin Islands, West Indian background. Finding joy wasn't necessarily the easiest thing for me to do. It wasn't, let me rephrase, it wasn't something that I had to find. It was more so accepting what was already inside of me. That's really what it was. I started training people. I've always trained with kids. I've always worked with kids. I've always been somewhat of a director or a coach. I've been like that all of my life. And it took, at a certain point in time, my adulthood to say, well, if that's what you like doing every day, and if that's what wakes you up and holds your brain every moment of the day, and that's what you need to be doing. So when people like you come down and I have new clients, just to see them smile, just to see them, experience something that they've never experienced before, that's something that brings me joy. And from the beginning of time doing that until now, I'm going to continue to do it until I can't do it anymore.
Awesome. And so you are obviously being your joy. If you look at Coach Noy's Instagram, you can just feel that he's absolutely in love with the people that walk into your gym. And, you just always are positive and encouraging. So maybe you could just tell us a little bit more about that. Like, what does a day look like for you and a person that's filled with joy? And then maybe a story about someone who you feel that you've really changed their life by being who you are.
There's a few stories. There's somebody jumping out right now. She sent me I think it was a Christmas card or a birthday card, and I was training her daughter. And without going into details, her daughter wasn't having the best time in school, and she came to me. And from working together, just to get a message one day out of the blue, like, hey, really missed having you in our life, or you've done so much for our daughter. things of that nature. Those are the type of stories for me that you can't even put a price tag on anything like that. I don't expect to wake up and see those type of things. And when they come through, they fill me, and it gives me everything I need on the days that aren't so pleasant per se. It gives me everything I need to keep on pushing, knowing that this is exactly what I'm supposed to be doing, and I'm gonna continue doing it.
So tell me just a couple of the results. Have people lost weight? Have they gotten stronger? Like
Anybody?
confidence?
So I'm gonna tell you right now. Confidence is the number one thing you're gonna gain in here. You may even learn how to dance. That's kind of like a bonus. So if you can't dance and you come down here and you learn how to, in a session like this, I'm gonna push you to do something that you don't necessarily normally do. Nobody wakes up and learns how to punch. Nobody wakes up and does a bunch of push-ups and things like that. And what I feel confident about what I do and what I enjoy doing is getting somebody through that. Because you're gonna take that, what we do in here, whatever you push through in here, you can add that to any aspect of your life. Any aspect of your life.
All right. Awesome. I'm going to ask you something I've never asked anybody else on a video, but because you're in your gym, is there any chance you can stand up and give us a little 1, 2, 3, something that you do well?
You should be doing the 1, 2, 3s.
I know, but since you're there,
don't let it fool you.
We don't want to mess up all the lighting here right now. But
no. I got you.
I feel like I got a few of these. Go.
All right, I'm gonna stand right over here. Just put it together, a regular boxing stance, regular 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 1.
Awesome. And I feel like I got a good handle on it, but man, did my heartbeat go up, and it was fun dancing around. It was really, really fun. You can sit back down if you want.
Okay, cool. Thank you. The whole entire purpose, I want people to, the motto is train like a fighter without taking the punches. So I want you to get a close feeling of what it's like to be in a ring. I mean, you're going to be punching for 60 minutes, 45 minutes with a minute rest, depending on how many rounds or whatever the case may be, but you're throwing punches and bunches. And I want people who take my classes, I want the people that I want to push through something, who want to, grit down and understand that it's not going to happen overnight. You're not going to learn a technique overnight. It just doesn't happen that way. Whatever weight that you want to lose, or it doesn't even have to be weight, just strength that you want to gain. It does not happen overnight. And there is a learning curve, and you're going to have to get over that. In here, it's going to happen.
And so what do you say to people if they're like, I don't know, it's really scary going in there and talking with that dude about jumping around and dancing?
What I would say to that is I have something for everybody. If you let me know where you're at, there's always a place that we can start. The journey of 1,000 miles just takes one step. So all you got to do is contact me. Let me know where you are. Let me know where you want to go. And it's my job to navigate.
Awesome. I totally feel that from you. So do you know what the obesity rate is in the country right now?
I don't look at it often, but I wouldn't be surprised.
So would you say that you would welcome everyone, all shapes and sizes?
All shapes and sizes. The thing about what I do in here, I come from a boxing background. This isn't, look pretty gym. This isn't everybody look at each other and judge. This is the mentality of a person who, you come to the gym, you work. Nobody cares what you look like. Nobody cares who you know. They just want you to come in here and work. That's my mentality. So it doesn't matter who it is. If we can't start off jumping and doing all this other crazy stuff, that's fine. I know what we can do to get to the next level. I've done it before. It's fun. It's about the work. It's just about the work.
Absolutely. Thank you for that. That's beautiful. So my last question to you today is how are you sharing your joy other than in the gym? Are you doing anything in the community or anything you want to share?
I've done things in the community. I'm looking for a really good community partner now. But honestly, I think the best way I share my joy is everybody I come in contact with, I know they're going to remember me. If you have a conversation with me, you'll never forget me. Whether we have a conversation about life or we just have a laugh, I think I'm one of those infectious type people, not in a, a narcissistic way, but I just know people like having conversations with me, and I try to always leave a good impression on everybody that comes across my way.
I totally get that. You are an influencer of joy, which is why you're my first male pick. Everybody else has been women. So I'll let you leave the parting words to anyone who's listening or watching. How do you become more of an influencer of a joy? Like what's in your soul that helps you leave people with a smile or helps them remember who you are?
I love to see people smile. Some of my taglines are changing the world one jab at a time. In life, you keep your hands up, protect yourself, you stick, you move. In boxing, apparently, it's the same kind of thing. Anybody that I meet, anybody that I come across, I always try to leave a positive impression on them. And I think for people in general, if you look at the glass like it's kind of half full instead of half empty, it usually makes days go by a hell of a lot better.
All right, well, that's it. And so let's do a joy jab. Can you come? Woo! Thanks a lot. I appreciate your time.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.